Minister Maria Caulfield.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. I'm very grateful to be able to contribute to this adjournment debate to mark Black History Month and to congratulate the Honourable Member for Erith and Thamesmead on what has been a marathon afternoon for both of us. And it's a lovely way to finish the afternoon to have such an important debate to respond to. As Minister for Women, I was particularly pleased to see that one of this year's themes for Black History Month is celebrating sisters. This gives us a chance to recognise the important contribution that Black British women have made in the story of this nation. From individuals like Mary Seacole, a trailblazing nurse who served during the Crimean War, to women from the Windrush generation who helped rebuild this country after the Second World War. These pioneering women fought for civil rights and equality, playing an essential role in shaping the diverse and inclusive nation we are today. And as a government, we're committed to ensuring that Black History Month is, as the Honourable Lady said, not a once-a-year event, and that schools are equipped to teach Black history all year round. How our past is taught is crucial to ensuring that every pupil, regardless of their background, feels a sense of belonging to this country. We also want to celebrate that our country is more diverse than ever before. According to the 2021 census, 18% of people in England and Wales are now from an ethnic minority group, compared to just 14% in the 2011 census. Integration is also increasing, with the mixed ethnicity population in England increasing by 40% in 10 years, and 2.4 million households now being multi-ethnic. Now, Madam Deputy Speaker, I will give way.
I'd like to thank the Minister for giving way on that point. And one of the things that I also wanted to bring to her attention is there's been a report that's been done recently by the Voice newspaper in conjunction with Cambridge University. And that is one of the latest data which shows whilst we are seeing more diversity, particularly in communities, there are concerns, particularly in terms of how people feel. And one of the things I want to urge the Minister to do is to look at that report and see what action could be taken from that.
I'm very happy. I haven't seen the report, but I'm very happy to look at it, because it is important how people feel in terms of their experience and then how that shapes their future as well. And I was going to go on to say it'd be naive to say that tolerance and inclusion are the universal experience of everyone who lives here. And that's why in July 2020, the then Prime Minister established the Commission on Race and Ethnic Disparities. And we published our response to the Commission, Inclusive Britain, in March last year, which sets out groundbreaking action plan to level up the country with 3 clear aims. Firstly, building a stronger sense of trust and fairness in our institutions, and she touched on that, particularly around maternal health. Secondly, promoting equality of opportunity and encouraging aspiration and empowering individuals to reach their full potential. And thirdly, encouraging and instilling a sense of belonging to a multi-ethnic United Kingdom that celebrates its differences while embracing the values that unites us all. And the landmark Inclusive Britain strategy sets out 74 actions to tackle entrenched ethnic disparities across health, education, employment, policing and criminal justice. And in doing so, the strategy aims to increase trust and fairness, promote equality of opportunity, nurture agency and foster a much greater sense of belonging and inclusion. And in April, we published an update report to Parliament setting out the excellent progress we have made in delivering our ambitious Inclusive Britain strategy. Now, this is a cross-government approach, and we have delivered a number of changes already. There's new guidance for employers on how to use positive action in the workplace. We've published our ambitious schools white paper and providing targeting support for pupils who need it the most. We've established an inclusion at work panel to promote fairness in the workplace, and we're improving the stop and search process through new training for police officers. All of this will make a difference to the lives of our Black communities. Now, 18 months on, we've already completed over half of the actions, and as a government, we're proud to be delivering on our promises to all our citizens. I will give way.
I'd like to thank the Minister for giving way. I appreciate the government is taking some steps to try and address this. One of the things that I wanted to raise was it's the 75th year of the Windrush generation. Would like to hear more about what the government's going to do, particularly with those individuals who have contributed a lot to the NHS. They've worked in areas like the TfL, they've helped our public sectors. They are massively being left behind, and the compensation scheme has not moved forward at all.
Well, I know she raised this point in her speech, and we want to make sure that this is a fair scheme, and the Home Office have reduced the time to allocate a claim for a substantive casework consideration from 18 months to under 5 months. But I fully understand the points that she's made, and I'm very happy to raise those with Home Office colleagues to follow up from this debate, because we absolutely understand the frustration and the upset that has caused, and I'm very happy to follow up after this debate with the Home Office with concerns that she has.
I appreciate, thank you. I'd like to say it's great to see that the casework load is being reduced. It does need to be speeded faster, but it's about the Wendy Williams review, which has been in place for some time. Are you able to give us some firm commitments as to if that's going to be implemented in its full? Are there timescales with regards to that?
Well, I'm not able to give her a firm commitment from the dispatch box this afternoon, but I can update her on that, and I'm happy to write to her with some firm timelines after the debate this afternoon. But and I understand that Windrush is a particularly sensitive area, but I want to reassure we are making progress across the board as well, and particularly around the school curriculum, because our model history curriculum will help pupils understand the complex nature of British history and their place within it. Now, she did touch in her speech around maternal health, and absolutely, the evidence is there, the statistics are there, that women from Black, Asian and working class backgrounds have poorer outcomes when it comes to maternity. And that's why I'm so pleased that we've set up the Maternity Disparities Task Force. We've got Wendy Oluwelu, who is a trailblazing black woman who's my co-chair, and she followed on from the fantastic Professor Jacqueline Dunkley-Bent, who have transforming the way that the maternity services respond to black women in particular. We established a task force in February last year to tackle disparities for mothers and babies, and our work is currently focused on preconception health and well-being, because our understanding is that often by the time a woman is pregnant, the disparities are bedded in, and the way to reduce those disparities is to ensure that women have the health and support before getting pregnant. That's the best way of ensuring a safe outcome during pregnancy and birth. We met in September of this year, just a few weeks ago, and we are bringing experts from across the health system, including some of the charities that she talked about, to explore and consider the interventions. We're looking at setting up a pre-conception toolkit, and some of those charities, the 5 Times More, for example, are all feeding into what they think will make the greatest difference for women across the board. And we know from the testimony they have given us that previously poor experience of healthcare services often prevents black women then engaging with future healthcare services should they need it. So it's important that we break down those barriers and change the experience for black women experiencing NHS services. Our online safety bill will soon become law, allowing us to hold social media companies to account to clamp down on online racist abuse. So this is just a taste of some of the work we've done and will continue to do as part of Inclusive Britain commitments to make sure that they're implemented. And I will report back to Parliament. She did touch on a meeting back in 2022. I wasn't the Minister at the time, but I'm very happy to follow up on that and let her know of the outcomes, and if it hasn't been action since that meeting, to follow that up. So, Madam Deputy Speaker, I'm grateful for the points that's been raised by the Honourable Lady throughout the course of this debate. I share some of her concerns, particularly around maternity services, and we're committed to trying to transform those statistics and make sure that Black and Asian women in particular have a better outcome for maternity. But the government across the board is committed to continue to work towards a society where every individual, regardless of their background, has the opportunity to succeed. We're not there yet, Madam Deputy Speaker, as the Honourable Member has so eloquently pointed out, but I have every confidence that decisive action we are taking as part of our Inclusive Britain strategy will help us achieve that goal.